Movement in Firestorm. How do we move our avatar in world? The first thing we need to do is find our arrow keys. Now, on smaller keyboards, typically on laptops, the arrow keys are part of other keys, and so you may need to use a function key. Sometimes it's a blue key or something, you have to press that, or somehow activate it so that you can use your arrow keys. So figure out on your computer where your arrow keys are. There's also an option to use the WASD keys if you wish, if you prefer that. It's in preferences. But the arrow keys are the default movement keys. The up arrow, if you press the up arrow, it moves your character, your avatar forward. Okay, so here I'm pressing it. I can just press it once and just move like just a micro step. But if I press and hold, it'll move me forward. Down arrow moves me backwards. Okay, this is not jumping. It's not going up and down. This is going forward and back. Okay, so forward, up arrow, back arrow moves backwards. Now I'm noticing that I'm banging into something. I'm not sure what it is. So let's go forward and we'll turn. Left arrow key turns so I can see what's going on. Oh, look at that. I got a platform. Okay, I'll back up a bit with down arrow key. Now I'll go forward. And there, I can go up on it. So for some reason, going backwards, I got stuck on that lip there. See if I go this way. Go backwards. I can't go up it. But if I turn around, using my left arrow, and then right arrow to line up, and then go forward, I can get up on it. Okay? So with these four keys, forward, our up arrow key moves forward, back arrow moves back, and then left. Left is not actually moving your avatar. You're just spinning on the spot, okay? The whole world is turning, but I mean, it's really you spinning, right? But if you use the arrow keys together, you can turn while walking, okay? So if you're a gamer, this is all like super simple, but not everyone's a gamer. In fact, most of us aren't. So press the up arrow key and turn our left arrow key at the same time, then right arrow key, and we can see how we can walk around, okay? So we can go over here, we got a little ring, up arrow key, pressing the left arrow key just to touch. I should be able to stay on this little platform and walk around this marble sidewalk. Very cool. Okay, so that is, between those four keys, you can walk around the world. Now, find the home key and the page up and the page down. This is how you fly. So again, on a smaller keyboards, the home and the page up, page down are probably function keys. You have to hit a function key in order to access them. Once you find it, if you press the home key, you go into fly mode. Okay, you see how the avatar arms come out? Let me go on to a patch of grass here. Oh, there I'm flying. 1 second. So right now I'm standing. I'm just walking. Okay, just to stand. If I hit the home button, the arms come out. And if I look at my avatar, you'll see my knees are bent and my hovering slightly, just ready to take off. Okay, so that's fly mode. And then once I'm in fly mode, I can use my arrow keys to move forward, backward, left, and right, just like walking, but now we're flying, okay? So you zip around. So here I'm flying forward, here I'm flying backwards, here I am left arrow, I'm flying, and I'm turning left, changing my viewpoint, and I'm turning right. And again, if we do the two together, fly like this, I can fly around, we can fly out to the island and check things out. Now, what happens, so that's the arrow keys when you're flying, moves you horizontally, forward, left, or forward, back, left, right. But what happens if I want to go up? I want to go up to see the top of this tower. Then I use the page up. So page up is elevation, up arrow is move forward. So let's go page up, zip up, and I can see, oh, look at that. I can see what's on top, and then I can fly around, okay? Get to a certain altitude, maybe I want to go down a bit, I want to go up a bit, and I can turn my avatar around, and I can have a look, okay? Let's go down. The elegant way to land, let's go over here and land on our menorah here, our menorah. If the elegant way to, okay, so page up is going up, page down is going down. If I hold it down until I land, then my avatar will land elegantly. Alternatively, if I go up, and I hold it. Let's go up high enough. Oh, I'm hitting some birds up here. I thought they were, I thought I could move through them. I haven't actually played with them. If I just hit the home button, my avatar will fall. Oh, he's landed on a bird. This is weird. I should have made those phantoms so that they're translucent. Okay, there I'm falling. I fall on my face, and my avatar usually picks himself up. Let's see here. Let's go up high enough. There. There, he dusts himself off. Okay, you're not going to hurt your avatar, but it's not the most elegant way. So, page up, page down will make you land more elegantly. Okay, let's so we have walking. We've done walking, right? I can go over here and I can walk, drop into some water here. I can walk in the ocean too. You can drop down there. We'll see what's down there. Oh, we're under the sea. And sometimes you get stuck down here. People don't know how to get out. You can walk out, all right? You also fly out. That's easier. So we'll go fly. We'll go straight up, pop out of the water. Let me show you running. I'll go over here to this structure. We'll land elegantly. And we can walk in here. So that's walking. Okay. Every time I go up a little step there, it gives a slap sound. Now to run, which is faster than walking but slower than flying, it's intermediate, you press the, it's a little hard to explain on the keyboard. You press the up arrow twice in quick succession and hold on the second press. Okay, so tap, tap, hold. Tap, tap, hold. Now I'm running. You see the difference here? That's running. This is walking. Okay, let's turn around. So running is faster and walking is slower. And again, you can run once you get control of, you know how to control your avatar. You can run around and explore the world. We'll run up this ramp here. Go to the top. If you are not careful and you don't pay attention, you can run right off the edges here, okay? So I did a little slip there. So feel free to explore. Exploring and running around and walking around and flying around is a good way to become used to the movement. So let's fly up to the top here. And let me just show you what can sometimes happen. We're going to drop down into this pool, okay? Now, I know I'm still flying because I can see my arms are out. So I'm going to hit the home button. So now I'm walking. And I go over to the edge here. I try to get out. And okay. Wasn't supposed to let me out. Sometimes you get stuck. Okay? Sometimes it'll let you over. Sometimes it won't. So right now, if I'm close to it, I can force it. If I'm flying, let's try flying. I'm flying here. Okay, flying, you get stuck more. Okay? So if you get stuck in something, just go up. So page up. I'm in fly mode. Just page up a touch. And then I should be able to go forward. Okay? Zip around. Flying's pretty fast, so it's very sensitive. We'll do page down. Oops. We'll do home, actually. We're so close to the ground. Or close to the structure that we're standing on. And there we are. You can see that I'm standing. So we've done walking, running, and flying. What about sitting? So here we have some chairs. Sitting is a function of the object, not the avatar. So if you roll your cursor over an object, and it gives this sort of chair icon with a little finger pointing, then that means all you got to do is click on it, click on that object, and your avatar will sit. Okay? So there we are. And the avatar sometimes, or the object, sometimes it has an animation. In this case, he's kind of moving his feet a little bit and chillaxing in the sun. So there I am sitting. If I want to stand up, then I use this button here. This is the stand button. Okay? So stand, and just pops up, and you can walk around. Okay? I'll sit in the other one here. Okay? Let's take a look, see what he's doing. Okay, he's sitting. And I stand. The button is over here above the text chat area. I don't know why it's there. It doesn't make any sense to me. They probably put it there because they didn't know where else to put it. It just didn't fit anywhere else. So that's where it's a bit translucent, and it's not one of these buttons, so people have a hard time finding it. It's right here. Okay? Now there is another place where the stand button is, and that is on this button. So let me introduce this. This is the walk, run, fly, or the movement button. If you click this, you get a little GUI, graphical user interface. You can move it around if you're careful, if you click somewhere like that, but I think it makes sense just to leave it over the button. This allows you to move, to do what you would do with your arrow keys and your home key and your page up, page down. And one of the side effects of this thing, I'll show you how to use that in a moment. One of the side effects is that if you're sitting, so let's sit, then the stand button is now here rather than over there. Okay, if I don't have this up, the stand button's over here. If I do have this up, the stand button is there. So let's just stand. Likewise, if you have that little thing open, if you're flying, okay, well let me just get off this thing here. We'll go down to the bottom. not very elegantly. Okay, so let me introduce this and then I'll tell you what I was going to say. At the bottom, you have 3 modes. You have the walk mode, the run mode, and the fly mode. So by default, it's the walk mode. And so when this is on, if I use my arrow keys, I'm walking. And you can see, as I use my arrow keys, you can see which arrow lights up there. So this is up, this is down, and these, of course, are clickable. So I can click this to move. This is a much clumsier way to move because it's easier for your cursor to slip off it. This is turning right, this is turning left, this is forward, this is back. There is an additional key here, or movement type, that's this one. So this is moving to the left, moving to the right, okay? That's different than turning. I've really never used that, this moving to the left. It's like I just walk forward and turn, right? You can use that, you can do it on the keyboard as well if you want. And that's to hold down, I think it's the shift right arrow. Yeah, so shift right arrow, shift left arrow mimics those 2 keys there. So that's walking. If you click this guy, it's running. So now whenever I use my keys, I'm running instead of walking. Likewise here, okay, running, or running to the side, or running to the other side. This one is flying. I click that, and now this is the elevation, okay? Up, that's page up. This is page down, and this effectively is your home button. So if you're up and you hit this, it's the same as hitting the home. You're going to drop, you're going to fall. Okay, and again, if you're flying and you're up there, you can use these keys to move forward. But you can't press 2 at the same time, right? So you can't fly around something. You have to do jerky. You have to do this, then you have to spin around and then fly forward and then spin around. Better to use your arrow keys. Then I can do both at the same time. I can fly around, right? So I'm flying forward. I can turn at the same time. Let's fly right through the waterfall, out the other side, or whatever. And then we'll land. I think that's it for avatar movement. 3 types of modes of motion, and you can use your keyboard, which is the recommended way. It's more versatile, or you can use this walk, run GUI, I guess you call it, graphical user interface. Now I'm going to make another video, and that's why we need to move. Because for the Hebrew reading group, we basically sit in one place and we look at a board and we read Hebrew. We read Hebrew text. And all you really need for that is to know how to sit. You just click on the chair and you sit, and how to manipulate your camera. But movement's really quite irrelevant for that. However, we have been playing around with Hebrew, trying to speak it and speak to one another and talk about objects in the world. And I'm going to make a video on total physical response, or using movement in Avatar, but I'll do that in a separate video.